So, when should you be selling your cryptocurrency? Let's find out. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Now, if you are new, make sure you have subscribed, hit the bell button and leave a like, please. It does help, right? So, we're going to talk about, obviously there's a load of charts here, there's loads of stuff now on this look into Bitcoin. I want to talk more about kind of myself in terms of what my plan is, in terms of when should you be selling crypto. Everyone's different, and we're going to talk about other kind of metrics in terms of why I still think this is on an undervalued sort of market. However, it's highly speculative. You need to understand what you do, and you need to understand taking profit, and diversification is key. Don't just go all in on it, because not good, especially if it plummets like it has been the last few days. So make sure, if you're not yet done so, please make sure you check out the links below. There's a free course down there if you want to jump in. Also check out other bits and pieces that I do offer. Now, stock to flow ratio. Whether you agree with it or not, personally, I don't. But it's a decent-ish metrics in terms of how scarcity works and how kind of the Bitcoin model will work with people. Now, as you can see on the right hand side, there's a load of different stuff. There's obviously got stock to flow, the heat maps, so all kinds of multiple stuff. You've obviously got the holding sort of mechanism. There's loads of stuff, right? It's a bit too deep to go into one video, but the one thing I want to obviously look at is obviously the pi indicator. People have been talking about this, quite an obvious thing of, wow, it's crossed over. Oh my God, here we go. It's the top. Potentially, yes, it could be the top short term, right? I think Bitcoin at 65k is not the top. I think altcoins are going to go higher. I think everything's going to go higher. Forget my words out. However, we need to be absolutely realistic here. If you buy at the wrong time, if you sell at the wrong time, yeah, things get a bit rough. You've got to be careful. So, in terms of worst case scenario, one of the main things that's came out recently is 135k for a December prediction for the stock to flow creator. Basically as a worst case scenario, which in my opinion would be absolutely perfect for me and my life. I'll be honest. If, this is it, right? Ready for it? If Bitcoin goes to 135k in basically November, December time, whatever it may be, chances are I will probably sell one Bitcoin, and that will allow me to live without worry for about 4 years without having to make any cash flow. This is where the game is. When is it for you right to sell your crypto and diversify? $135,000 as a profit target in Bitcoin, and you bought Bitcoin when I did, by the way, at $600. Yeah, it's kind of life-changing, because I can put that money into something else and be a asset, store asset value, whether it may be property, whether it is into the stock market, whether it is into other business investments, or you get the picture here. So everyone is different, but we are still very, very early. It's all about risk. Now, we talk about other things in the market. This is a really cool website. I don't know where it came from. It's relatively new. And whoever made it, nice work. It's called companiesmarketcap.com. And the gold market cap is 11.324 trillion. What is Bitcoin? It's under a trillion. What is the whole entire market cap? Oh my God, of the entire space. We are early, so it realistically isn't the time to sell your crypto, but obviously not right now. But if you're thinking, I could change my life here, I could use profits to change my entire life by having money, by having profit, by being able to use money and put it elsewhere. Now, you don't put it in your bank and put it into savings, because you lose money. You've got other ways of making money, and something that I do want to cover on this channel a bit more is obviously my route of doing things. I'm looking to put money into top, solid, basically dividend paying stocks. Why not? Because it's a cash flow, it makes money. If I invest solidly, now yes, there's been a 10-year bull market in the stock market, but realistically, if I'm looking to reinvest and just keep putting money into there from profits from crypto, it's a highly speculative market. Guess what? If there is a bear market, the dollar cost average mechanism will work. get to a point where it is automatically compounding, i.e. I get paid every quarter from a company, I reinvest it, it makes a cash flow, it'll work for me. That's the game you need to play. If you can randomly spare out 6 figures in a really top investment, which does happen quite a lot, by the way, if you get in the market at the right time, you can then buy a property, pay off your mortgage, pay off your debts, change your life. But the only reason why you cannot do that right now at the moment is because 1, you may have entered at the wrong time, 2, you may not be willing to take profit just yet, and 3, well, everyone's different. I am full-time in the space. I need to kind of do this. I need to kind of move my money around. I need to make money. Yes, there's taxes involved. Yes, there's other bits and pieces. But as I say, everyone's different. So what I would suggest is look at the bigger picture. If we're looking overall at the charts, and this is, as I've just kind of mentioned, this is a total 2 chart. This is the entire market cap excluding Bitcoin. We actually tapped yesterday like really low levels, and it was kind of like a little bit disturbing yesterday. But realistically, if you're thinking about this, this could be the start of opportunities. Now, I've been mentioning, don't just buy your altcoins willy-nilly right now. Just wait and see what happens. Just chill out. Personally, the way I'm doing it is I'm waiting for this to keep going down. I think it will, personally, because I think a lot of the money is still held up in some really bad coins, i.e. your dog coins and stuff like that. So just be careful of that. But realistically, that will probably allow the Bitcoin dominance to go up. And I've mentioned this all the time. I'm growing Bitcoin as a store of wealth against the dollar, against other things. So I look at property, I look at stocks, and I look at Bitcoin as a hedge against basically fiat. Simple as that, because they hold value differently, or you get paid for them, which is quite nice. There's a difference, right? So realistically, right, if that money is going to flow out of the market, it's going to bring, in my opinion, the dominance chart up. If you've got Bitcoin currently right now, you can then utilize that into solid top fundamental altcoins, therefore allowing you to grow your bags. Then therefore, if you then sell into Bitcoin and Bitcoin keeps going up, i.e. certain milestones it hits, there's nothing wrong with selling a little bit of it to basically sort your life out. Simple as that. Because you still, even today in 2021, I can't realistically just live off Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense. Got to have cash flow. You got to have investments. You got to have other things working for you to make it work. Now, other people work a full-time job. They have other bits and pieces going on, which is fine. But realistically, everyone is different. For me, though, if you are just going to be a bag holder for life and you are not going to take any profits, well, what is the point of being an investor? Yes, with dividend stocks, chances are you're going to hold on to it for a while, but you get paid. In Bitcoin, realistically, are you going to get paid unless you put it into a yield program like BlockFi, for example, or Swissborg, whatever? Yeah, you can, but realistically, like, the value is so speculative. It will go up, it will go down. It'll be very, very aggressive. You can't just sit on it and just go, oh, well, maybe it's okay, unless you bought in like 2012 or something like that. So, for me, the time to sell your Bitcoin or your other crypto assets is when you're happy to do so. When you sit and think, wow, that's a lot of money, I could really use some of that. That doesn't mean go all out. That doesn't mean that go all in either. It just means take a little bit out. I do it all the time. I take little bits out because I want to take profit. Yes, people call me weak paper hands, but realistically, my life's improved. I can do different things with my life now where I never could have dreamed of if I just kept holding back. So if I kept doing certain things with it at certain points, because there's no point. There's no point when you think about it that way. So when we look through all the data and we look at like how much, you know, certain things are worth, and if we even go onto here and you think, well, if you had profit and you want to kind of earn an income, why not put it elsewhere if you've got profit? What's the worst that can happen? Profit is profit. So people are panicking right now. They're getting in the market. They're looking at it and going, oh my God, it's just dumped like hell. I don't want to get involved in this anymore. I want to do something else. What's the point? So the time for you to sell crypto is essentially when it's ready for you. But realistically, you got to buy low. You got to sell high. And this is where the wealth game happens. When the market is dumping like crazy, and when we're looking at all these obviously don't move nowhere near as much. It's totally different, right? But realistically, when you think about it, if you're looking at crypto and you're thinking, wow, this is too much for me, I don't like it, well, you shouldn't even be investing. You shouldn't even be in this world, because if you don't like it, why are you even here? Then you've got to question yourself, well, why am I here? But this is why I'm thinking the time to sell your crypto as profit is always a good thing when you think you've made too much, when you think, wow, because it will turn around, and it does, and it has. And people have went from earning six figures to like basically back down to 5, into like virtually maybe into 4 in some cases, because some people got totally wrecked with leverage trading. You've got to be careful. This is why you need to be learning. This is why you need to take your time. So for me, if you have, and the video title, when to sell crypto essentially, right, is when you've made too much. Now that doesn't mean go and just liquidate yourself completely. Just, oh, banging the desk. It is more the mechanism that I could use this money to change something in my life. I can do something. Yes, pay your taxes. Yes, sort your house out. Yes, pay off your bills. Yes, do whatever you want to help with your life. But realistically, some people have ambitions to leave their job early. Some people have ambitions to pay off their mortgage. Some people have ambitions to do certain things. Just being a holder of something is, in my opinion, the false narrative. You need to make money. Yes, fiat is evil, whatever, right? But realistically, it's where the world is right now. It's how the world works. If you want to accumulate a certain coin, go for it, crack on. But as long as you're using profit, that's fine. But if you want to make everlasting wealth, you need to make it work for you. And that means diversification. That means taking profit. That means having the money to hand to do that. So when to sell crypto could be whenever the hell you want, realistically. People don't do it though. It hurts people. And I often see it on Twitter when I go, well, I've taken profits, and people are like, what, why? The diamond hands. But realistically, that money is now mine. 6 weeks ago, I was taking profit. 6 weeks ago was up here. Like when we were like doing this, basically, when we failed at this point, I wouldn't have that money otherwise. When you've got unrealized profit, it's not yours. That is the golden rule. When you make it realized, it is then yours. So then you can do whatever you want. Change your life, honestly, because these bull runs, they may never be as aggressive in the future. You just don't know. Anyways, enough of the ramble. I'll see you later.